Hello, my name is Guy Fogel. I represent a new party, the Socialist Party of Ontario, and we like to think ourselves as eco-socialists. And unfortunately, the Green Party, if you do a little bit of research, is eco-capitalist. They think on the basis of capitalism, we could turn the corner and deal with the economic crisis. I believe the Green Party underestimates the depth of the crisis and what needs to be done to change things fundamentally. The Green Party is actually, a lot of Tories joined it, and if you look at its history, it took a dramatic turn to the right, to the point where Elizabeth May supported the occupation of Afghanistan by Canadian forces. One of the things one of the things I feel from listening to the all candidates debate is I feel really comfortable if I believed what they said, because they think that just their measures will deal with the issues. But there's some fundamentals that are being ignored here, such as under capitalism, environmental destruction is external. So when they think of producing something, the destruction, actually harm to individuals, is not part of the equation. And it's hard to bring that into their mindset. Another thing, since 1973, capitalism has gone into a neoliberal angle, meaning regulations are evaded, watered down, or ignored completely. And it's really hard to make them push the other way when corporations have had so much control that they influence the workings of the government. The Green Party talks about being revenue neutral. What is necessary is massive funding in research in alternative energy. We also need to retrofit our cities so that there's a lot less transportation. I mean, just in the GTA here, the sprawl we have here is actually a recipe for disaster, because when we go to school, go to work, or go towards recreational facilities, we waste a lot of energy, and that's not being addressed. Another thing that's not being addressed is the need for massive high-speed rail. As a Socialist Party, we bring that forward. It's not just cars and trucks that are polluting, it's also airplanes. We rely on airports way too much. Another thing I like to say about the capitalist system that is not put out in the mainstream is that capitalism thinks like a crack addict. It might go to rehab for a little while, but it will always relapse. So we should understand its essence for what it is. Another thing, you can also think of capitalism like a cancerous growth. It just thinks about the bottom line. You see like GDP growth and there's a percentage. Even if you, like in Canada, we produce a lot of things for the American war machine. We have the biggest mining sector in the world. That's very destructive, but it helps our GDP. And that's not being addressed. Another thing I've noticed living in a society all my life is the reductionism that we see under capitalism. The spotlight is shown on share prices, opportunities for accumulation, on revenue, and everything else is not just secondary, it's tertiary. And right now in this election, environmental issues have this opportunistic kind of tinge. They've become a sexy issue, and they're discussed, and then they're dumped right after the election. And especially with the crisis that capitalism is in today, and if you look around the world, and you actually see the NDP falling prey into this, the environment loses its importance because people are talking about dollars and cents, and politicians are just like capitalism itself. They look for shortcuts to get votes, and in terms of long-term vision, it's very hard to manage capitalism when it thinks about its next shareholders meetings and the big numbers they want to put forward. To sum up, I like to say that as socialists, we would like to promote a society that is democratically planned, so we could muster all of society's personal resources towards saving nature and people. And the whole projects of civilization is actually under question here, because not only do we have an environmental crisis, we have a worldwide water crisis, we have a disease crisis, and the world is running out of oil too, which will actually promote the use of more dirty fuels, like the oil sands per se. Thank you very much.